Good afternoon, students. Today we'll discuss about proteins. In our last class, we had discussed about polysaccharides. Hope it is clear to you all. Now, in this portion means proteins, the structure of protein is eliminated from your syllabus, so we have to only study the basics of protein and its functions. So as we all know that proteins, these are biomolecules. So these are a class of biomacromolecule and these are organic compounds. So why organic compounds? Because proteins are derived from living bodies. Proteins are also heteropolymers containing a string or strings of many amino acids. So in our last class only we had discussed about the differences of homopolymer and heteropolymer. So proteins found in nature are heteropolymers which may form a single chain of polymer or it may form many polymer chains. So as these are polymers, so its monomers are amino acids. So suppose if we consider a single chain polymer of amino acid, so here its unit means its monomer unit is amino acid. Okay. Now proteins are composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. But certain proteins may contain phosphorus, iron or other elements. So main constituent of a protein molecule, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur. Besides this, sometimes it may contain phosphorus, iron or other elements. 20 amino acids have been identified till date in nature. So 20 amino acids are commonly occur in natural proteins. So the enormous types of proteins result from 20 amino acids, and this depends on the number of amino acid residues and the sequence of amino acids. So how these amino acids are arranged, that determines the types of protein. So the different types of proteins found in nature are the result of these 20 types of amino acids which are commonly found. So they arrange in different orders to form different types of protein molecule. Is it clear? Now in a protein molecule, the amino acids are linked together by peptide bond. So this peptide bond is formed between the amino group and the carboxyl groups of successive amino acids. So the two amino acids, they must have to join by a certain bonds. So these two amino acids, there must be a linking bond. So this bond is known as peptide bond, or we can say two amino acids are joined or linked together with the help of peptide bond. So this peptide bond is formed between amino group of this amino acid and carboxyl group of the another amino acids. So peptide bond is formed between carboxyl and amino group of two successive amino acids. Is it clear? So মই এবাৰ অসমীয়াতে কৈ দিছোঁ protein হৈছে এটা বায়োমেক্ৰোমলিকুল এইবিলাক হৈছে অৰ্গেনিক কম্পাউণ্ড আৰু ইহঁত হৈছে হেটেৰোপলিমাৰ য'ত এটা চেইন বা বহুত কেইটা এমাইনো এচিডৰ চেইন লগ লাগি থাকিব পাৰে প্ৰটিনবোৰৰ কম্পজিশ্যন হৈছে এলিমেণ্টেল লেভেলত কাৰ্বন হাইড্ৰজেন অক্সিজেন নাইট্ৰজেন আৰু ছালফাৰ তাত বাহিৰেও কিছুমান প্ৰটিনত ফসফৰাছ আইৰণ বা বেলেগ এলিমেণ্টছবোৰ থাকিব পাৰে নেচাৰত এতিয়ালৈকে 20টা এমাইনো এচিড আইডেন্টিফাই কৰি উলিয়াইছে সাইন্টিষ্টবিলাকে আৰু প্ৰটিন মলিকুলবিলাকত এমাইনো এচিডছবিলাক মানে দুটা এমাইনো এচিড এটা প্ৰটিন চেইনত ইয়াতে মই দেখুৱাইছোঁ এইটো যদি প্ৰটিনৰ এটা পলিমাৰ হয় চেইন ইয়াতে বহুত কেইটা মনোমাৰ লগ লাগি পেলাই এই চেইনটো ফৰ্ম কৰিব সো ইয়াতে প্ৰত্যেকটো মনোমাৰ হৈছে এমাইনো এচিড আৰু দুটা এমাইনো এচিড লগ লাগি বা জোৰা লাগি থাকে এডাল বণ্ডৰ সহায়ত যাক পেপটাইড বণ্ড বুলি কোৱা হয় এই পেপটাইড বণ্ডডাল কেনেকৈ ফৰ্ম হ'ব এই পেপটাইড বণ্ডটো ফৰ্ম হ'ব এমাইনো গ্ৰুপ আৰু কাৰ্বক্সিল গ্ৰুপৰ মাজত এটা এমাইনো এচিডৰ এমাইনো গ্ৰুপ আৰু আনটো এমাইনো এচিডৰ কাৰ্বক্সিল গ্ৰুপৰ মাজত এই পেপটাইড বণ্ডটো গঠন হয় কেনেকৈ হয় মই হেতু পিছত দেখুৱাম Now look, there is a protein which is known as collagen and it is the most abundant protein in the animal world. And there is another protein which is known as Rubisco. Full form is ribulose 1,5 biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. So it is the most abundant protein in the biosphere. So collagen is the most abundant protein which is found in the animal world and Rubisco it is ribulose 1,5 biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase it is the most abundant protein found in the biosphere. Now I will show how a protein molecule how a peptide bond is formed by joining two amino acids. So here look, this is the central carbon atom of an amino acid molecule. This is the amino group NH2. So মই ইয়াতে ভাঙি দেখুৱাইছোঁ this is hydrogen group means hydrogen atom and this is R group. This is the carbon of carboxyl group, oxygen and hydroxyl. COOH means this is the carboxyl group. Plus now I'll draw the another amino acid. Again carboxyl group OH and NH2 means amino group. So here again hydrogen and variable group. So this is amino acid number 1 and this is 2. So always remember when a peptide bond is formed between two amino acids water molecule is released and this process is known as dehydration. So here the bond must be formed between these two. So the peptide bond links two amino acid molecules. So how I am now showing. So here H2O water molecule is released, and here only the peptide bond is formed. So next step, C and hydrogen amino group, oxygen of the carboxyl group. So this is the peptide bond. Again, only single hydrogen in amino group, then C double O H. So this will remain same, hydrogen variable group, hydrogen variable group. So this is the peptide bond. Is it clear? So when a peptide bond is formed, water molecule is released in this process and it is known as dehydration. Okay. Now coming to the functions of protein. So some proteins are known as structural proteins. So what is their function? So they give structure or shape to our body. These are found in muscles, muscle fibers, then connective tissue, then example, suppose collagen, keratin. So these are found in hairs and feathers. So mainly structural protein gives shape to our body. So these are found in muscle fiber, then these are found in connective tissues also. Example, collagen, keratin, these are found in hair and feathers. So not only it gives shape, but these are also found in some connective tissues and hair and feathers also. Second is transport. It helps in the process of transportation in our body. So example of the proteins which helps in the process of transportation, these are hemoglobin, then membrane channels, etc. So we know the function of hemoglobin, then membrane channels, these are found in cells. So you have studied in the chapter cell. Then third is chemical signals. So there are certain chemical messengers which carry chemical signals from one part of the body to another. So example of these types of proteins are hormones, the neurotransmitters, which is found in neural junctions. So there are various hormones like pituitary hormones, thyroid hormone, the neurotransmitters like acetylcholinesterase, etc., and these are found in the synapses. Then some helps in the process of movement. Example, contractile fibers of muscles. So muscular যিবিলাক contractile fibers বিলাক থাকে তাতে proteins কিছুমান থাকে which helps in the process of movement. যেনেকৈ আমি হাত ভৰিবিলাক লৰাব পাৰোঁ, সেইবিলাক হৈছে due to this muscle proteins which are found present in the contractile fibers. Then immune response. So immune response or example হৈছে antibodies. So there are different types of antibodies which are present in our body, and these antibodies are nothing but proteins. Then catalysts. We know what is the function of a catalyst. So catalyst enhances the rate of a reaction and it never participate in the reaction. So there are certain biocatalysts which are present in our body and it enhances the rate of different reactions that are going in our body, or we can say which perform different metabolic activities, and it helps in the process of metabolism but never participated or involves in the reactions. So example, enzymes. So different types of enzymes are present, for example, in our digestive system, then respiratory system. So here example is enzyme. So these are the functions of proteins. So go through it. Thank you.